It's only a kick, a jump, a block. It's only a serve. It's only a tackle, a run. It's only for the fans. After all, it's only pressure. You got this. Adidas.
Mom deserves the best, and there's no better place to shop for Mother's Day than Whole Foods Market. They're your destination for unbeatable savings, from premium gifts to show-stopping flowers and irresistible desserts. Start by saving 33% with Prime on all body care and candles. Then get a 15-stem bunch of tulips for just $9.99 each with Prime. Round out Mom's menu with festive rosé, irresistible berry chantilly cake, and more special treats. Come celebrate Mother's Day at Whole Foods Market.
Why take one vacation with the family when you could take all of them? With Royal Caribbean, you don't just go to the beach. You visit a private island and race down the tallest water slide in North America. You don't just go for a road trip. You ATV and zip line through the jungle. You don't just go somewhere new. You rappel down waterfalls and discover ancient temples. Because this isn't just any vacation. This is all the vacations. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
If you're unaware, T-Mobile calls themselves the Un-carrier, which is fitting, considering they've just unraveled their price lock guarantee for new customers. If you ask me, that's pretty uncool. If you're uncomfortable with a company that says one thing but does another, then stick with Xfinity, whose whole home Wi-Fi, wired internet, service, speed, and reliability are unparalleled. Avoid the Un-carrier. Stick with Xfinity. Effective for new customers after 1/17/24. T-Mobile's price lock will only reimburse your last bill if you terminate service due to a price increase.
Welcome back, Ram fans. This is Rams Up, your favorite LA Rams podcast. We are proud members of the Fans First Sports Network. That's fansfirstsports.com. You can also follow us on YouTube. Our channel is at LA Rams Up. I'm your host, Mark. You'll hear from my co-host, Tom, on occasion as well. Hey, we're not Rams insiders. We're just longtime fans who love talking about our Los Angeles Rams. Let's get to it. Welcome back, Ram fans. Episode 446 of Rams Up, and we have some breaking news happened on Thursday. The Rams have traded wide receiver Ben Skowronek to the Houston Texans. Pretty surprising. Maybe we shouldn't have been surprised when the Rams re-signed Tyler Johnson, the 6'1", 205-pound wide receiver, to a $1 million contract. No room for Ben Skowronek anymore. Drafted by the Rams in the 7th round of the 2021 draft. Played 3 years for the Rams, 58 catches for 575 yards and 2 TDs. Had that little experiment as a fullback. Got on the field for snaps here and there. Really good blocker. Great special teams player and the Rams special teams captain last year. But the Rams have moved on from him. Re-signing Tyler Johnson, and that combined with the fact that they drafted Jordan Whittington in this year's draft, maybe we should have seen this coming. Ben Skowronek, no longer a Ram. Gonna miss him. Played with a nasty demeanor that I kind of like, to be honest with you. The Jordan Whittington era and the Tyler Johnson era, perhaps, have now arrived. So best of luck to Ben Skowronek. The details of that trade: in 2026, that's right, 2026, the Rams will get the Texans' 6th round pick. The Texans get the Rams' 7th round picks. So they're just flipping picks in the 6th and 7th round of the 2026 draft. Now the Rams will see him again. The Rams and Texans are having joint practices, which means, of course, they will be playing each other in the preseason. So Ben and the Rams will have a reunion soon enough. And it's a good thing I heard about this because I was in the middle of recording my 53-man roster hack, and I would have got one of them wrong already if I had posted that yesterday. So a little correction on that front is in order. Episode 446, I'll talk real briefly about a player who wore number 46. That would be defensive back Juju Hughes, the toothpick kid, I like to call him. Remember, he always had a toothpick in his mouth. Defensive back out of Fresno State, wore number 46 in 2020, switched to number 23 in 2021, and then moved on to Detroit. Didn't really make that much of a mark here in LA. Played in 19 games for the Rams. Juju Hughes, my number 46. And I have a trivia question for you. And this isn't so much as a question, it's more of an opportunity for me to remind everybody, as Paul Walia and Ian and Tom have reminded us over and over again, free agency is not over for the Los Angeles Rams. There are some signings coming. And here's my question for you. In June, July, and August of last year, the Rams signed 4 veterans that contributed significantly, 3 of them very much so. 4 guys that contributed to the Rams' playoff run: a wide receiver, a cornerback, a running back, and a safety. 2 in June, 1 in July, and 1 in August. Who were they? Pretty easy question. Just trying to make a point here. There are some roster additions forthcoming almost for sure. Schedule release coming on May 15th. We're going to try to get a schedule release show out as quickly as possible. So keep on the lookout for that on the pod and the YouTube channel. I thought I'd take a hack at what the Rams' 53-man roster might look like come September 2024. Got the draft behind us, most of free agency behind us. There will be some more signings and these undrafted free agents. I'm not calling this a roster prediction. I think that's just silly at this point. Just a hack at what it might look like, especially compared to last year. And last year was a little bit unique. Well, let me go through last year's opening day roster. We had 2 quarterbacks, Stafford and Bennett. We had 4 running backs, Akers, Williams, Rivers, and Evans. We had the 6 wide receivers, Kupp, Van Jefferson, Tutu, Ben, Puka, and DeMarcus. 4 tight ends, Higbee, Hopkins, Hunter Long, and Davis Allen. 10 offensive linemen, a few of them are gone, including Brian Allen, Coleman, Shelton, and Tremaine Ankrum. 7 defensive linemen, a couple of them are gone too. This Aaron Donald guy, Jonah Williams, Ernest Brown IV, he's moved on. And we had 5 outside linebackers, Hoyt, Young, Hampton, Van Valkenburg, and O'Shawn Mathis, all of them potentially returning to the 53 this year. 3 inside linebackers, they're all still here, Ernest Jones, Christian Roseboom, Jake Hummel, and 10 defensive backs, Kobe Durant, Darion Kendrick, Witherspoon, Tomlinson, Sean Jolly, Jordan Fuller, John Johnson III, all gone. And we had only 2 specialists, and that's why it's a little tricky here. Remember, our opening day roster, we did not have a kicker. And we obviously were going to add one, and we did. So that's why that 10 offensive linemen is a little bit unrealistic. We're not going to carry 10 offensive linemen. I'm going with 9 here, but I'm also have to adjust this quarterback situation. And again, it gets a little dicey. Jimmy G will be suspended. So let's just call this the Rams Week 3 roster. Jimmy G is back, and we have Stafford, Stetson Bennett, and Jimmy G. That's my prediction. So we're 1 up there at the quarterback position, and we're 1 up at the specialist position, 1 down at offensive line. We're not going to carry 10. I'll say 9, and we're going to have to drop another player somewhere too. So what do I see happening with this 53-man roster? And again, we're really calling it Week 3. Just play along with me here. Jimmy G comes back, and we keep Stetson Bennett. I could be wrong on that. Hey, this is just a hack just for fun. I see us carrying the same number of running backs, 4. I think we're going to have a change, though. Kyron Williams, Blake Corum, Ronnie Rivers, and Boston Scott. So we're well past Cam Akers, and I think this could be the end of the road for Zach Evans. I'm pulling for him. If he can really shine in the preseason, that's a long ways off, though, right? And the Rams decide they can address the return game without turning to Boston Scott, then maybe Zach Evans survives. 5 running backs, one of them a primary returner. I don't see it. I think it's going to be Williams, Corum, Rivers, and Boston Scott.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo Concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Why take one vacation with the family when you could take all of them? With Royal Caribbean, you don't just go to the beach. You visit a private island and race down the tallest water slide in North America. You don't just go for a road trip. You ATV and zip line through the jungle. You don't just go somewhere new. You rappel down waterfalls and discover ancient temples. Because this isn't just any vacation. This is all the vacations. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. From the launch your online shop stage, all the way to the we just hit 1 million orders stage. No matter what stage you're in, Shopify's there to help you grow. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/special offer, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/special offer.
With threats to our nation waiting around every corner, adaptability is more important than ever. When conditions change without notice, quick strategic thinking is crucial. And with obstacles consistently impending, determination is essential in overcoming them. It's this willingness, decisiveness, and resilience that sets Marines apart. With our fighting spirit, we don't just fight battles, we win them. Marines are the constant our nation counts on to fight the unknown. And through adaptable problem solving, we do just that. Learn more at marines.com.
This episode is brought to you by PwC. When unprecedented times are all the time, it's time to start walking the talk. Leaders like you turn to PwC to see and stay ahead. Upskill your workforce, use intelligent automation, and transform big ideas into breakthrough reinvention. Explore the human-led, tech-powered solutions that help you reinvent. It's all part of the new equation. Learn more at pwc.com.
Hey, just a hack here. I'm pulling for Zach Evans, but someone else would have to go if we kept 5 running backs, or maybe it's Ronnie Rivers. Maybe Boston Scott isn't the answer in the return game, and they don't even keep him around. That's what I'm going with. So we got 3 quarterbacks and 4 running backs, and same as last year, 6 wide receivers. Obviously bringing back Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Demarcus Robinson, and apparently Tutu Atwell as well. Some of us thought he might get traded during the draft. Did not happen. Van Jefferson long gone, and Ben Skowronek. A late change I had to make here, and they will be replaced by Jordan Whittington and Tyler Johnson. That's my prediction. So 6 wide receivers once again, Van Jefferson and Ben Skowronek out, Tyler Johnson and Jordan Whittington in. And I think this is overall an improved unit from last year. Van Jefferson wasn't getting it done. And Ben Skowronek, as much as I liked him, didn't really add much to this wide receiving core. I think the Rams finally realized that's a roster spot that could be better utilized in a different way. And that's what they've done. Tight ends, we carried 4 last year: Tyler Higbee, Bryson Hopkins, Hunter Long, and Davis Allen. I'm deducing Tyler Higbee will be on IR. Now, they got some squirrely rules. If they can keep him on the initial or put him on IR before the 53, either way, Tyler Higbee will not be counting against this 53 by the time Jimmy G's back, right? Which is where my real 53 begins. So no Tyler Higbee. So we have Hunter Long, hoping he'll be ready. Davis Allen and Bryson Hopkins out. Colby Parkinson in. But we do go from 4 tight ends to 3 tight ends. Offensive line last year we had 10, and that was before we added the kicker. And I think we're going to roll with 9. And those 9 are Avila, Dotson, Jackson and Jackson, Havenstein, McClendon, Limmer, Leviston, and Noteboom. 9 players along that offensive line. And I know people are arguing for 8. I'm rolling with 9. I don't care. That's the number I want. Defensive line, last year we had 7. This year at the start, I have 6. And I could be wrong here. Maybe I still think they may add another defensive lineman. The ones I have are pretty obvious. Fisk, Turner, Bobby Brown, the rookie Tyler Davis, Murchison, and Deshaun Johnson. So 2 rookies actually, Fisk as well. Pretty good unit. Still a little susceptible as far as depth goes, but I'll roll with 6 for now. Outside linebacker, last year we had 5. Michael Hoyt, Byron Young, Nick Hampton, Zach Van Valkenburg, O'Shawn Mathis. Rolling with 5 again. I am crossing out Zach Van Valkenburg and O'Shawn Mathis. I still think Mathis has some potential, but hey, this is a May hack at a September roster, so bear with me. Replace Van Valkenburg and Mathis with Brennan Jackson and Jared Verse. Seems pretty reasonable to me. Inside linebackers, last year we only carried 3. I'm bumping it up to 4. So last year it was just Jones, Roseboom, and Hummel. That was it. And maybe I'm wrong here. Already second guessing myself. I have Jones, Roseboom, and Reeder making it along with Omar Speights. Now, this is the one I feel the least strong about. Very possible they drop one of these linebackers, Reeder or Speights. Maybe Hummel still makes the team. You can flip a coin. Who knows? Hummel's a great special teams player. But I'm going with Reeder and Speights. I'll probably change my mind on this fairly quickly, actually. You could potentially carry Jones, Roseboom, and Speights, or Jones, Roseboom, and Reeder, or Jones, Roseboom, and Hummel, and give you the leeway to add another position player somewhere else. Last year, 10 defensive backs. Who's gone from last year? Witherspoon, Jordan Fuller, John Johnson, all gone. And we've added a few guys, though. I still have 10 defensive backs. The new guys, D. Will, Trey White, Cameron Kitchens, and Cameron Curl. I still have Durant, Kendrick, Trey Tomlinson, Quentin Lake, Russ Yeast, and Jason Taylor making this team. Taylor's probably the one most susceptible. Kind of guessing here, one of these undrafted free agents could bump him off this roster, or I think it's still possible we have another signing coming down the road. And of course, last year we had 2 specialists. That's not going to happen this year. It's going to be 3, Alex Ward, Ethan Evans, and Joshua Carty. Feel pretty good about that group. A lot better than what we started with last year. So there's my first hack at the 53-man roster, and I don't pretend this is going to be accurate, that accurate. I mean, 53 guys, I'd hope I got 45 of them right, but wouldn't be surprised if I was worse than that. There's a few position groups really just guessing, especially inside linebacker. That's probably the one I feel least comfortable with. We know it's going to be Jones and Roseboom. That's about it. They're going to carry one more guy. Who is it? They're going to carry 2 more guys. Who are they? Just guessing here. So that's it for now. We'll revisit this once in a while. Hey, if you're listening on YouTube, feel free to comment, take shots at my initial 53. That's what I got right now here in early May. And the answer to my trivia question, the 4 veterans that were signed by the Rams in June, July, and August of last year. The Rams signed wide receiver Demarcus Robinson and cornerback Ahkello Witherspoon in June. They signed running back Royce Freeman in July. And they signed safety John Johnson in August. That's going to do it for this episode. Remember, you can reach us at ramsuppodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget about our YouTube channel. Our handle is at laramsup.com. Till next time, keep the horns up, stay safe, and have fun out there.